All right, Brendan asks, why is there a giant penis on the wall, and who did you draw this? I want to say the one TNT bunker that I went into, that had a penis drawn on the wall too. I think I got some pictures of it.
They all do.
Yeah, it's a pretty common occurrence.
Oh man, well yeah, I guess that's just another one of those Mothman West Virginia traditions. You gotta have a penis in there. But did you get any response from that?
No.
Oh man. Well, Brendan asked another one, and I'm hoping he gets a response in this one. Let's hear one more time the spirit box in the TNT mine.
Is there a smiling man here? Who's the smiling man here?
Ah, that's all. Once again, asking for the smiling man, the injured cold.
I actually posted a picture of this because there was like all this graffiti on all the four, like it's a round circular like bunker, but on all the, like if you looked all the way around, you could see graffiti of like this side profile view of a man smiling. So that's why I asked that, because it was all over the place in there.
Oh right, there was.
Yeah,
it is like almost like a reserve thing. Like, this is the Smiling Man bunker themed. It has a penis too as well, but it's the Smiling Man one, and the other one's the party one. I went in one, and it had rust spray painted on the wall. I was like, wait, and it was like, did you do? I didn't do that, but it was in the one I did. Very cool. But
and there was also a penis on the wall,
of course, right next to it. So they were like smiling at it, but. So, you guys got any final thoughts on these boxes, on these TNT mines and weird stuff? Did you pick up anything that probably wasn't recorded?
No, I mean, I went through the stuff. I didn't find anything that was it was too echoey to really like determine if it was paranormal or not. So I threw it out, man. Sometimes when in doubt, you got to throw it out.
yeah, that's all about being a researcher. You got to just stick with the good stuff. But I got another clip of you guys I want to play, and I have this just labeled as Zanger has a machete.
Yeah, they don't spray it. Something's rotten in the state of Florida. It's a skunk ape. Skunk ape. So you take your well, man, if you put it like that, like I guess half man, half soundboard. Yeah,
You smell it now.
So literally right now we're watching Zanger. He's got a machete. It's like an 8-inch freaking long machete. He's hacking shit out of the way. It's hilarious.
I don't know where my other one was.
You need some Vagisil?
Yes.
Oh, dude, you got a machete?
I don't know what, man.
You guys see any Sasquatches back there? Yeah. Remember, he always attacked women who were on their period.
Wait! I never heard this. I never heard this.
Mothman likes to attack women on
their
period.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, my roommate. Yeah, my roommate was on her period.
John Keel would always attack women if they were on their period.
Oh yeah, I can smell that too.
It's not a dog smell. It smells like chemicals.
Yeah, that's like a weird.
That's a chemical.
It does smell like kind of wet doggish though. Yeah. Oh, that's.
All right, that's a good clip where you're talking about not just the sights, but some of the smells of these strange woods, and yeah, you start talking about periods.
So, there was another. I don't think you guys were. Wait, did you record the one group that was like, we keep smelling cigar smoke that was coming behind us?
I think that was I think that was after they had left. And me, you, and a couple of the others were walking back to the cars.
Okay, because I remember they were like, there was a group of people that were coming behind us into the bunkers as we were walking back, and they're like, we keep smelling cigar smoke in each of them. It's weird. It's weird, and
that was you, Zanger.
Yeah, and I had just gotten done smoking a cigar, so I'm like, I wonder what that could be.
Wow. But yeah, I like that the talk goes to period, because that is a thing that the menstruating women, that the Mothman is attracted to that scent. So I love that you guys are sitting in the woods talking about this in the middle of the night. It's fun stuff. And speaking of these bunkers, all right, now I got to bring it back to a couple years ago because I have one more little set of clips. And this is an interview that a few of us Unbelievers did with tour guide Elmer. Now, you guys know Elmer. Did you run into Elmer this year?
Yeah, we stopped and talked to him at the where they load onto the bus. Me and Brad stopped and talked to him for a good while.
Yeah, so this guy, Elmer Boster, he's a great guy. He's in the Unbelievers podcast network group on Facebook. Real fun guy, and he is the tour guide and lives in the area, and he knows all about this stuff. And here he is being interviewed by a few of us. I think it's me, Carrie, and Jude, and he talks about satanic rituals that were taking place in these mines. Let's hear.
All right, we're going up to Elmer.
Hey, we're with the Unbelievable podcast. Can we talk to you for a minute? Yeah. I just want to let you know that was. I love the story, but we're like super intrigued since there's no kids around anymore. So what was the deal with the ropes? What was going on?
Okay, so basically what they had was a goat, and they was going to sacrifice a goat.
They were gonna kill the goat?
Yeah, they were.
In here?
Yeah, in here.
And you walked in on it?
Yeah.
A goat
see
in
right
a rope?
there? You see where they're standing at? Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They supposedly, now, back in the day, like in the 1960s, there was a group from Athens that came down and was supposedly bringing up Satan, and they claimed that they were the one that brought up the Mothman.
So, whoa, I've never heard that.
Oh, yeah. That's,
what was the name of that group? Did they have a
I
name?
don't even
No one knows?
remember
It was
now.
just kind of like...
Yeah, it's like
some
kind of
crazy early, like, proto-Satanist. Like,
yeah. Well, Athens is actually the actual town is actually from the old era of like the early 1900s spiritualist movement.
Oh, okay.
So most people don't realize that. So, it's kind of weird because, you hear like Warren Coleman talk about the Bridgewater Triangle, and all this stuff. We kind of have our own little triangle. We have Parkersburg, Point Pleasant, Athens.
Yeah, see that? It's just like the Bridgewater Triangle. Elmer's saying that they have like a Point Pleasant triangle with Athens, Point Pleasant, and Parkersburg, West Virginia. Did you guys know that? That's pretty cool.
Actually, I have something on that for later.
Nice. Well, yeah. So he said what he was telling us. During the tour, he mentioned he kind of offhandedly brought up a story, but he said that since there's children here, he didn't want to tell it. So that's what I'm asking him. He said that there was a goat tied up in this particular bunker we were in, and these people were going to sacrifice it, and that he stopped it. So let's hear a little more about this satanic connection.
So it's one of those things, and they're all hour apart. Hour from Parkersburg from here, hour to Athens from here. So it's one of those things.
They love their symmetry, man. It's
oh yeah,
all this
and if you go into
symbology.
Athens, Ohio, and if you look up at the map of their cemeteries, it makes out a pentagram.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
So jumping back to the ritual, so you walked in.
Oh yeah, I walked in.
How many were there? Were they?
I think about 6.
Was the goat dead?
No.
Not yet.
It was
the goat was
totally
still alive. They were just like chanting or something.
Yeah, they was gonna.
They
was getting ready too. I just walked out.
That is awesome.
Did you call the police?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did.
Good on you. Oh no, I'll drop a dime on a Satanist any second, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Poor goats. I'm not gonna clean that up. I gotta do a tour here. Exactly. So did you?
So there, Elmer says that he called the cops on the Satanists. He tried to bust them, or he did bust them.
Yeah, that's the last thing that they need there is more satanic, more negative energy.
Did you guys hear the chanting in the background, though? That was almost like what we were doing. We were just doing
Well, yeah, but he's saying that, this whole area has this satanic origins, and that the Satanists claim that they're the reason the Mothman's there, because they were getting up to stuff like that. Yeah. So that was really cool. I just wanted to play that interview. There was another little clip, but it's just Elmer telling us to find him on Facebook. And yeah, Elmer Boss, you can go find him there. But so that's it. I want to get Michael from you. Mike, you have anything you want to say? Any final thoughts or anything you just want to talk about the overall experience of the Mothman Festival and the Unbelievers?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun. And I would encourage any of the Unbelievers that if they can go, I mean, plan ahead and go. We have a great time. But I mean, as far as going out to the bunkers, last year it seemed like there were way more people at the bunkers and less people at the festival. And this year it seemed like there were way more people at the festival. And when we got out to the bunkers, there weren't nearly as many people. And I actually told Brendan, him and Annie left a little bit before us, and me and Zanger and the other new guys and Sharky, we all went out a couple more bunker trips, and we got out. We found the one where Annie had the experience, and we were sure that was it. And we kind of did this slow shuffle about who was going to go in. Nobody wanted to go into the bunker first. And I don't know if it was Zanger said it or somebody. They're like, man, we need Annie back out here. she had more confidence than us. There's a bunch of grown men that were kind of leery about going into this bunker.
Yeah, shove the pregnant woman in there. And I understand that being scared of this place, though, because these things, they're completely covered with foliage. They're in the middle of the woods. They look creepy on the outside, and they're even creepier inside. So, yeah, I don't blame you guys for not wanting to go in one where people are having weird experiences.
All right, we're just doing this because we're in this cave, but I want to do... How long? 25!
Yeah, that's a sound clip. That's a sound clip from a bunker, but you can also do great sound clips in there. Well, what about you, Zanger? You got any final thoughts on the whole Mothman experience from this year?
I really enjoy it. Had fun. Of course, as I said, I'll be back next year. It's something I really enjoy doing every year. I have a great time. The bunker stuff, I like going out there. I find it is very creepy. I do want to kind of do some recording out there next year, bring the equipment and actually do some recording in the bunker, outside of it, just stuff like that, to where just try to do something different, because I haven't done that. Is the one thing I have not done there recording wise, is get some people do interviews out at the bunker.
Yeah, and this is one of those weird, as far as being able to go to a festival and experience some of the legend of the actual, the Mothman itself, to be able to go out to these weird former military bunkers out in the middle of nowhere, super scary, and it's definitely a unique experience as far as going to a festival. But what about you, Brendan Shay? What do you got to say about your Mothman trip?
Oh, it's always fun. It's always a good time, and to be there with friends is even better. We've all us Unbelievers have created we created a bond, going out there every year, and we don't just go to the bunkers, we hang out. We went back to the hotel room and we were up all night having a good time, drinking some brews, and it's all around a great time, especially if you get to go with friends, new friends. Just go to Mothman.
Yeah, and if you're listening and you want to go and you're like, well, I don't really know you guys, just reach out. And there's always a group and a group chat of everybody go in. And a lot of people don't, know each other before they get there. But as you can see, Unbelievers, real fun to hang out with. So go check out Mothman Fests next year. And hopefully me and Rob and Dre can get down there too. Huh, Rob?
I hope so, man. I really want to. Next year, as long as work permits, I'm down to go.
All right, I was figuring out on my end. I think it's if I save $6 a day, I can have my own special Mothman Fest. I'll have to figure out how to get that together. But I want to thank y'all very much for being on. I just had a few more
things I wanted to point out that I've kind of stumbled across since being at the Mothman Festival.
Oh, okay. I love this. You've had some things after.
So, I mean, they brought this up on the tour, on the TNT tour, and this is something that gets brought up by a lot of people, is that Point Pleasant, and as you guys said, the Bridgewater Triangle, stuff like that this could be a thin area or somewhere that stuff can sort of kind of move easily through from the other side, or just it's an area that has a lot of creepy stuff in it. Well, I recently read the American Monsters by Linda Gottfried, and it of course goes over a ton of different myths, stuff like that, sightings, reports, all that stuff. Does the Mothman, but then it goes back to Point Pleasant a few other times for other stuff, and one of them is a sighting of a flying manta ray that was sighted near Point Pleasant. I cannot remember the other town, but it's in between the two. So that's a weird one. There is also a sighting of, and I actually had the year pulled up, in 2014, a woman sitting on her porch one evening in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, in the actual town, saw about 6 foot tall, hair-covered creature with the head of a German Shepherd walking on 2 legs.
Whoa, so we got Dogman there too?
And finally...
It's like Doberman.
And finally, across the river at Gallipolis, apparently there was been Bigfoot reports there before too.
Wow, so this, man, it seems like a lot of these places that we've talked about lately, Bridgewater Triangle, the Devil's Wash Bowl, the Kennock Chase